Hi, this is Marshall Jones at Winthrop University, and this is part 2 of an introduction to online learning. When last we met, we had the thrilling cliffhanger of which was better, asynchronous or synchronous learning, and the answer to that question is, it kind of depends. It depends on what sort of problems that you have. What kind of factors are happening within an environment, within a program area, within a college as to whether or not, as to which one is going to be better. And to help illustrate this, I want to provide you with a brief and very sketchy overview of some of the research in my field of instructional technology or educational technology. We have done what are called media comparison studies for decades, where we have compared instructional video to stand-up teachers, where we have compared computer-based instruction to instructional video, online learning to face-to-face instruction. And what we have found is, and many of you may be surprised by this, is there's really no difference. That statistically, it doesn't much matter. A good instruction is good instruction regardless of how it's delivered. Now, that led Richard Clark to opine that media is like a truck, and that as long as our truck gets our goods from point A to point B, then why not just use the cheapest truck? And that is an excellent point, except that, to extend Clark's metaphor a bit, the truck does matter. Consider for a moment, it matters what you're moving. If you're moving packing pallets from one place to another, it may not matter what kind of truck that you use. However, if you're moving ice cream in Alabama in August, chances are a flatbed truck is not going to be your truck of choice. You're probably going to want a truck that can provide you with some advantages to the cargo that you're moving. We refer to this as the affordances of a technology. The affordances are the strengths and weaknesses that a technology may bring to a particular situation. And to illustrate that point, I offer up the spreadsheet. Now, if we're trying to teach people graphing, then we can certainly teach people to graph using graph paper, rulers, and markers. We can absolutely do that. However, if we need to show the complex relationship between numbers, if we need to be able to change numbers to see percentages change in real time, then a spreadsheet is a far superior tool to be using. You can certainly do that with graph paper. It's just that it takes longer. So because we can do it faster, we can take advantage of the benefits that the spreadsheet offers. The same is true with any technology, but we're talking about online learning here. So the strengths really are relative to the problem at hand. You can have an asynchronous, you have that classic anytime, anywhere kind of environment, whereas in synchronous learning, the learning takes place in real time. But if you look at some of the other things, they can remain fairly constant, that both allow you to increase your recruitment pool so that we can work necessarily out of our service region and recruit people who may not be physically proximate to the campus. We still have increased flexibility in terms of, although it changes based on whether between asynchronous and synchronous, that's what that flexibility is. And for a lot of people, this translates into a very quick advantage to you, and that is the ability to perhaps increase summer enrollments in classes that you're teaching. The thing to remember is that good instruction is good instruction, that you can deliver a class online that can have the same quality as a class that's being offered in face-to-face. Matter of fact, that quality may even increase because of the attention paid in the planning of the class. As you think about your best face-to-face class, I would encourage you to keep in mind what Gagne says about the 9 events of instruction. Gagne says that in successful instruction, all of these things have to happen either because you do them intentionally or unintentionally. They may happen purposefully or they may just kind of happen on accident. What many people tend to focus on is they tend to focus on this, presenting information. And that is certainly important. What we want to focus on are these things right here, these things in the middle, 5, 6, and 7. This is the hard part of teaching. This is the reading papers and giving people feedback and helping people to understand what they did wrong so that they can get better. These are things that you likely do in your face-to-face classes. What we're going to explore in this class is how we can translate those into an online class. So moving forward, there are 2 things that I would ask you to remember. 1, Gagne's 9 events, and 2, let's not overthink this.